So I want to tell you guys about some of the self-healing mind-body books I've been reading lately. And they're all a little bit different, but all had really great information in them. I'm going to start with the one I like the most. This book, This Brave New Medicine, I'm obsessed. Like, kind of one of those life-changing books. I actually got an advance copy from the publisher. And as you can see, it's a doctor's unconventional path to healing her autoimmune illness. And so this woman, she's like a traditional Western medicine doctor, and she ends up coming down with this like crazy autoimmune disease. Doesn't know what's wrong with her. She gets to a point where she can't even get herself off the couch, but she just changes her thinking about medicine, and it's just absolutely fascinating to watch her go through the years and change how she thinks. And I think if you've ever struggled with chronic disease or just even like the traditional methods, just throwing drugs at an issue type situation, you know how frustrating it can be. And I personally don't think that's the only way to get better. So this was awesome. There's just a lot of different elements to health and wellness, and she talks about them and explores them and talks how they worked for her. And like I said, it's just, there's not always a one size fits all. And I think this book really goes into that. And also interesting to see the mentality behind doctors and why regular doctors do what they do. So this was it was such a good book, and it's just a good story too. So highly recommend this. Get it on Amazon. I think it comes out in September. This one I just started reading. Fascinating. It's about food combining. It's very pro-vegan diet. Just getting into this. It definitely talks about the mind-body connection, how the body works, things like that. So this is really interesting if maybe you've tried every diet ever. I've gone from paleo to, I don't know, maybe some weird vegan situation. I don't think I'll ever go vegan because obviously there's certain foods I really, really like. But this is really interesting. Got this on Amazon. And these next three books are ones that I got from the library, and really I just searched the library database and came up with these, and they just sounded like they might be interesting. So this first one is about just a physical connection between the mind and body. So there's all these diagrams and things like this, ways to help release certain muscles. And supposedly certain muscles are related to certain emotions. So this was really interesting as far as like tight hips and tight psoas muscles and things like that. And there's like different affirmations and ways to connect with your body and then physically release them. So this was cool. I really, really was into this. This one, I love Dr. Well, and like I had high hopes for this one, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I mean, it was definitely interesting, but it's more of an approach like how to deal with certain. It just wasn't what I was looking for, I guess. So it talks about antibiotics and steroids and sleep aids and, when to use certain drugs. Just wasn't exactly what I was into, but still interesting. I mean, there were some parts that I was like, okay, that's cool, but not exactly for me. Here's the table of contents if you were interested. This one was very interested in as well. Had a whole section on anxiety. Was definitely into that. Really interesting information in there about anxiety and what to do and how to deal with it and why you have anxiety. So I was really into that. The other chapters were on depression, addiction, memory, things like that. So it was interesting. But really that anxiety section was just awesome. So yeah, these are the books I've been reading lately. All awesome. I will link to them in this post. Like I said, this one's not out yet, but it will be very soon. And if you get any book, get this one. It was fascinating.